It was 2 summers ago that I found two places that are essential to who I am today, Camp Kesem and the Madison. And so it started when I was a counselor for Camp Kesem, which is an organization that helps kids affected by parents' cancer. And so when you're at this camp, you're given a camp name, which ultimately becomes this new, liberating persona for a better, if not the best version of yourself. And so I became Luna. And during my time becoming Luna, I worked with the 6-year-olds, and they're all so emotionally mature, which made it that much more impactful when I learned from them what it meant to be vulnerable, how to be empathetic, compassionate, selfless, how to truly love others. And so coming back from that up north, down to Tempe, I went to my first indoor cycling class at a spin studio called the Madison. And so once you walk into the Madison, you immediately feel this pulsing EDM beat flow throughout your body. And you see these synchronized lights just pulsing in that same exact rhythm. And there's these cycling instructors on stage just cueing you to move your body to the beat. And the thing about these instructors is that they're just being themselves, which inspires you to be yourself. Everything that made me feel was integrated into that one space, the heartbeat of the Madison, the music, the ability to just express myself unspokenly by moving my body to the beat, and being able to be present and just absorb each moment. It was euphoric and my own Tempe version of camp. And so, though these places meant so much to me, I didn't realize how easily I could forget them. Throughout the year, I was given the opportunity to lead organizations that I'd been a part of for years. And in essence, I'm so grateful for it, but it also led me down this morbid path of self-doubt and shame. I had initially believed that people had faith in my ability to be this Luna, to be compassionate and empathetic, and to foster connection between people. But it just seemed that everything that I did hurt them. And I became a monster. For a year, all I felt was guilt for the pain that I caused, selfish for taking away these positions from others that deserved it more, unworthy for just not being better. I felt broken. It's funny though, because my sole job in those positions revolved around helping others find their own self-worth and helping empower them to become the best versions of themselves. And here I was, just merely a projection of who people expected me to be, pretending to be brave by taking on the struggles of others, but not acknowledging my own. I didn't know who I was. This brings me back to the Madison, though. A year later, when I wasn't in those positions anymore. And this is when I realized why the Madison is my euphoria. But not because I felt that same intrinsic desire and love that I normally felt when I hit that stride perfectly on that bike, but because I felt absolutely nothing. You know, when you're driving your car and you get to your destination, but you can't remember how you got there? That was my life. I turned off Luna. I turned off everything in my life that had made me, me. And in that moment, I finally realized that it was the Madison that gave me the ability to surrender shame for myself. It gave me the ability to be honest and to be vulnerable, not only with those in the room, but with myself. I was able to take my body, my thoughts, my feelings for that day, that time, that moment, and just be okay and express myself without judgment. So despite whatever I'd felt that year, that semester, anything outside of that room, the Madison brought me back to the empirical truth that I am enough. So just like Camp Kesem, the Madison taught me how to love again. But not just others this time. It taught me how to love myself. So yes, find your Kesem, but also find your Madison, and remember that you are enough. Thank you.